Good evening, Simon. This is Chuck Darby filling in for Jim Riker. Soviet Premier Yuri Andropov issued a strong response today to President Reagan's unexpected announcement of the Strategic Defense Initiative anti-ballistic missile defense system. Premier Andropov called the SDI a bid to disarm the Soviet Union in the face of a U.S. nuclear threat. Mr. Andropov strongly rebuked President Reagan by saying the Soviet Union will never be caught defenseless by any threat, calling what the United States is doing not just irresponsible, but insane. Premier Andropov warned that by pursuing such space-based defense capabilities, the United States will open the floodgates of a runaway nuclear arms race with grave consequences for the entire world. There was no response from the United States at this time, but the escalation of nuclear concerns does not stop there. Live at NATO headquarters in Brussels, we have our own correspondent, Roxanne Maverick, with this report. Roxanne.
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization announced today the official plans to install 24 state-of-the-art missiles on sites around Western Europe. The U.S. Army has been working with NATO nations since 1979 to prepare the Pershing II intermediate-range ballistic missile system. The Army reports that sites have been chosen and the proper personnel have now been briefed for a movement and installation of the new missiles. Analysts expect the new defensive system to be implemented in West Germany by late November. This deployment has been criticized by the Warsaw Pact as an unnecessary provocation and a danger to continued peace in Western Europe. However, NATO armed forces officials believe that, with the new missile system in place, a nuclear response to a Soviet attack will be possible within 6 minutes. This has been Roxanne Maverick with the International Security Report. Thanks, Chuck.
And next we bring you to the Middle East, where the Iran-Iraq war rages on as no side seems to have the upper hand. Defensive efforts by the newly energized Iranian military have been successful in stopping the Iraqi invasion. Sources in the Iranian government say the Revolutionary Guard and Iranian armed forces are prepared materially and mentally to launch offensives against Iraqi units that are still stationed in Iranian territory. And with an update on the Olympics, I will turn it over to our sports correspondent, Veronica Wonderstone. Veronica?
Thanks, Chuck. The political turmoil between the two superpowers has even spilled over into the upcoming Olympic Games. The International Olympic Committee is concerned by a possible Soviet boycott of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympic Games. The Soviet Union has expressed security concerns about the Olympic Village currently being constructed in Los Angeles. In 1980, the Moscow Games cost the Soviet Union millions of dollars and international prestige when the United States and Allied nations boycotted the proceedings. Although the Kremlin has been silent on the issue of a boycott, the head of the Soviet Olympic Committee has made a statement in Moscow that the Soviet team will be in attendance as long as the security of their delegates is assured.